Another team that is riding a lot of momentum, Jacob, is Evil Geniuses. And allow me to just make a point here regarding Jizuke, because I really feel like a lot of this team is succeeding in large part because of how well Jizuke is playing. In the month of March, he has a 16.25 KDA, and he has 4 Player of the Game honors. And he's second in, he actually leads the LCS this split with that honor with 6. And he was the Player of the Week in week 8. Very impressive stuff from the Italian Stallion. He's in Italian Stallion mode, Jacob.
The March of the Stallion. The March of the Stallion. That's exactly what this was.
Well, exactly. And how much do you think that's going to continue in the postseason?
You know, I think, and we'll get to our bracketology later, I think that Evil Genius is going to come out the gate swinging. I think they will meet C9 at least once. And my prediction is in that round 2. For me, the biggest thing, and I don't see him in chat. We've had Greg Kim, the LCS director of Evil Geniuses, frequently in Riff Rewind chat, and always gives me a little bit of crap for saying I don't know where to place his team. I think I understand where to place his team now, and it's like they are a momentum-based team, and I think you've seen that going into their March in particular, the last few weeks, riding into the playoffs high, riding into the tiebreaker day yesterday. I think right now the thing is if they start rolling, they roll really fast. And I think that particularly in their first round matchup that they can get to that point against FlyQuest. I don't think they can get to that point against Cloud9 though. That's the thing is Cloud9 is just such a cut above everyone else that if they do meet Cloud9 in the round 2 part of this playoff, I think that Cloud9 won't even give them the chance to build that momentum in a way that they can get that leg up against FlyQuest. But you'll see our brackets later. I know that Emily and Arda have a lot more faith in Evil Geniuses long-term than Tyler and I. We have faith in another team that is in the lower part of the bracket, which I hope will pay off. But nonetheless, I do think that Evil Geniuses really can beat anyone in this playoff bracket except maybe Cloud9.
This team that you're referencing, yes. We'll get to bracketology in a second. Emily, in chat, Tom Shu says teams really need to start targeting Jizuke in the draft. He has a certain pool of champs that he smurfs on. Do you think it's going to be as easy as that for certain teams to just target Jizuke with bans and make sure that he's off his game?
I think when we talk about Jizuke's champ pool, I think it's really important to make the distinction between X player has a really weak champ pool and they only look good on certain champs, and X player looks phenomenal on certain champs and is pretty strong on all others. Because I actually think it's a kind of a misconception that Jizuke has a weak champ pool. But what I do think is that he plays phenomenally well with certain picks. And he also makes it really easy for his team to play around him on certain picks. So in that regard, I think that targeting Jizuke in draft could be a strategy, but I also think that that if Jizuke is able to soak up enough mid lane bans, if people are wanting to do that, especially if EG are on blue side, so their opponent is just target banning Jizuke on red side and not paying attention to a lot of the lane counter picks that they could be getting. I actually think that's a really good opportunity for EG to kind of really showcase how flexible they can be around their solo laners. I think Kumo's improvement has been really good. I think now that both Kumo and Jizuke seem more well coordinated with the team, it allows Svenskeren to kind of open up and transfer pressure where he wants. So if Jizuke is soaking up those bans, I actually think there's a world where EG can use that to their advantage.